First off, you can't tell me this guy turns into this guy, turns into that guy. You can't tell me that. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Rail on the Reels. Welcome to Rail on the Reels, man. Today we got another banger for y'all today, man. Today we are going to be reviewing not one of my favorite superhero. My favorite superhero, the Batman. Yes, we are reviewing the Batman today, y'all. The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, released March 4th, 2022, man, with a budget of $185 million. Woo. Now we have some people in here that, that we did not know how this was gonna go. We didn't know how were we going to accept the Twilight guy to play Batman. And yes, when I say the Twilight guy, I am talking about Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson is the Batman. Man, when I heard about this, man, I did not know what to say. I was like, I don't know. I had to trust it because Heath Heath Ledger played the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises and killed it. So that was my only hope. That was my only hope, man, for real. That's all I was able just to cling on to. And it was a little emo, but Robert Pattinson did pretty good. I did like his Batman. His Bruce Wayne needs some work. Okay? His Bruce Wayne needs some work. He was not the playboy that he was supposed to be, the billionaire playboy, acting like, he gets all the women, he just party all the time, just some rich kid blowing through his dead parents' money. He didn't harness that. He concentrated on, it was like Batman never took off his mask. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were shooting for, but I kind of wish that they sat there and at least show the balance, how he could act out in public like one way, but but he's Batman when it's nighttime, when night falls. um the saying is around Batman is Bruce Wayne is actually the mask while Batman is actually Bruce Wayne. You get what I mean? But um but yeah, I enjoyed I the movie was pretty good. um I did enjoy how everything looked. They did this type of noir thing, like how they sat there and had him speak as the story went. I did enjoy that. I like the noir style stuff. Um, this Batman is way more of a detective than all the previous Batmans that was out. You know, you got uh you have man, what's his name? Yeah, Michael Keaton's Batman. He didn't really do no detective work. He was more just, a bruiser. Um, you have um Christian Bale's. He kind of tapped in more to the detective. Like he did a little bit of detective work here and there. Um Ben Affleck, he was a pretty good Batman, but he kind of tapped in. But this was a full-fledged detective. And he still needed some more detecting to do as the movie went on, but I like that. Batman was always the world's greatest detective. This Batman's pretty young. He only been in the game for 2 years. So even though the police never trust him, they really don't trust him right now. The only person that trusts him is James Gordon. Um, yeah, they really shown that he was kind of green, like as far as certain things go. Like he still lost his temper here and there. He made mistakes. You know, he's still trying to work things out. He only been on the street for 2 years. But I did like how they showed that though. He wasn't just, just a kung fu a souped up detective. They know that he made mistakes. Um, he missed certain things. Um, now the guy that stole the show and had a very limited time was this man right here. Colin Farrell as the Penguin was awesome. First off, you cannot tell me that this guy right here is Colin Farrell. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that this guy is this guy right here. You can't tell me that. Okay? Stop lying. Stop giving him credits because wow. And a makeup department was awesome for that. Whoever did that, and I'm sorry I did not give you any I'm not giving you any credits right now, but I will put it up there. I will flash it up there. Y'all did awesome. Wow. But the Penguin was awesome. I loved it. I want to see more of him as this universe goes. As of now, the movie been out for a couple years. It's been out for about 4 years. And they had a Penguin show that was pretty good that came out. Far as me talking about, I want to see him more. I want to see him more in the movies. I don't want them to label him just to a TV character. I want him to be in the movies. I want him to show how he became like the kingpin of the underworld. I want him to show him like how he became the top guy. Um but man, I had to single him out far as villains go, and I mean villains. It's a lot, but he did excellent. I loved every time he was on the scene on the screen. He killed it every single time. Um, Far as good guys go, we're gonna use that lightly when we talk about Catwoman because she likes to teeter. She likes to teeter between good guy and bad guy. But we're gonna put her in good guys for right now because that's what she mostly was throughout the movie. Um, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. She been catching a lot of flack throughout the years. A lot of people saying that they didn't really like her. I thought she did fine. I thought Zoe Kravitz did okay. I wouldn't mind seeing her in the second one that's being made right now. I would not mind seeing her again. Um I don't mind that. Uh James Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright, did excellent. Loved him. He did great. Perfect James Gordon. Keep him coming. Hey, I have no complaints here. He did excellent. Um you know that he trusts Batman. He trying to get Batman's trust. Um, they show that he's the only one in the force that trusts Batman. It's like, hey, look, we're getting new type of criminals, so we need him. Okay. So hey, I love him. Right now, he's not Commissioner Gordon yet, but he's gonna be there. He's working his way up to it. The villains. There was a lot. So that's one of my gripes about the movie. Um, there was a lot of villains. A lot of villains. And then they threw in an important villain. Oh yeah, hey, yeah, there's Joker. They just threw him in there at the end. I mean, we have enough iterations of the Joker already. We do. We don't need another. I mean, yes, a Joker has to be in this universe. Yes, I understand that. But you didn't have to throw him in there just yet. You didn't. We haven't really we never really had a Riddler yet. A good one at least. you know, Jim Carrey. But we didn't have one yet. Like it was just too much. And then certain certain villains got forgotten in the background. It was like they kept on switching, you know? The Riddler. The Riddler was great. The Riddler was played by Paul Dano. It was a different take on the Riddler. He was more sinister. He was more of a he was really like a mental patient. Like he was really mentally not there, but he was smart, and they caught him dead on. With the riddles. The riddles was good. They were confusing, so of course I'm sitting there trying to figure it out, and I'm glad that Batman's right there to help me out because I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, the case will never been solved. And Riddler would have been mad at me. He just would have ended up doing what he did. so, um, but yeah, he had a lot of screen time, but not really at the same time because um you got Carmine Falcone played by John Turturro. He was there as well, and then you had the Penguin. It was just I understood why Penguin took a backseat. I'm fine with that, but it was just too many villains for me, and like they all took back seats with one another. Like when the Riddler was up, Carmine was gone. Carmine, you did not think about Carmine while the Riddler was up there. And then all of a sudden Carmine comes back. I'm like, oh yeah, Carmine Falcone is in the movie. And then the Riddler is gone. Like feels like 30 minutes. And all of a sudden Riddler pop back up, like, oh yeah, the movie is about Riddler as well. So I kind of wish they dug in. I mean, I understand how the story goes now. There was a big old there was a big old conspiracy that the Riddler brought to light. And he was telling people, hey, the government is wrong. They did this with Falcone. They made a deal and people made money. And all these lies. And there was certain things that was going on. But they didn't. I feel like they could have executed it a little bit better. Just a little bit better. But but I did enjoy it. John Turturro, his performance was okay. Um, it was like he was trying a little bit too hard to be a mafioso. Like it didn't feel it didn't really feel natural. Felt like he was kind of forcing himself, like how Colin Farrell playing as the Penguin, he just felt like mafioso. Straight up felt like it. Like he was excellent. Um, I kind of wish John Turturro kind of just scaled it back a little bit. I kind of wish he kind of just played himself just a little bit because it was like almost trying too hard as it was coming off the screen. I could be wrong, but that's how I felt like. The Riddler, like I said, Paul Dano, he did really good. Um, it was a little different. I had to get used to it because you didn't really ever really seen the Riddler be like how he was. Like, yeah, you had gotta bring him up again. Jim Carrey play the goofball and all that. Um, that was here, but it was way sinister. Like I'm not gonna sit there and say that he was doing fart jokes on the thing, but um it was a nice, I can't even call it a mixture. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed him. I do like the direction that Matt Reeves is going. I do like the direction he's going. It's realism. Like it's you know, kind of like how the Dark Knight franchise and all that, how that went. It was um very real, just more grounded. No aliens flying all over the place. Everything was realistic, and I enjoyed that. Gotham is a character of its own. I thought the city looked beautiful on there. It was doom and gloom, and it was dirty, and it was gritty, and it looked dangerous, but it looked beautiful at the same time. They took how New York looks and then just threw dirt on it. They made it real gritty, real grimy. They call it like the hall of piss, and like it was good. I loved it. I loved the people in it. It was its own character, and I loved how that felt. Um, we'll talk about it for a second. Batman, is in his second year. Um, Riddler, the first scene, all of a sudden he just straight up kills a guy. You don't, he's something in the political realm because he's sitting there watching, politics, and he's on the phone talking about, hey, how is she winning? How is she ahead? Talking about the person that was running against him. And all of a sudden, Riddler just straight up kills him, beats him in the head with a little pick with a carpet tuck. Um, that right there, all of a sudden opened up like, hey, this is going to be a gritty Batman. This is not going to be no Adam West stuff. It's going to be gritty. It's gonna be it almost has some like horror stuff in it too. Um, when it came to the Riddler scenes, gave me Saw vibes at times. I know that's weird to say, but it did give me Saw vibes. Like he had certain contraptions at times. He was really creative for like how he placed things and all that. So I like that. Um, so Batman just sitting there, just trying to go throughout the movie, just trying to play certain things together. He runs into Zoe Kravitz, uh, known as Catwoman, um, who plays Catwoman. He runs into Selena Kyle and had her go like underground just to figure out, hey, what's going on. They see there's a lot of corruption. This is what I'm talking about Gotham. Gotham is a very corrupted place, and there's all types of city officials and people that's connected with the police and like lawyers and DAs and mafiosos up in there. Like everybody is in this club that has some type of name, you know, and and that's what the detective thing comes in. He had her, wear a certain thing in her eyes so she could get so she could get some information from the people in there. Um, but yeah, because they're trying to corrupt this conspiracy. This huge conspiracy that people are willing to get blown up than just give out a certain name. Like that's what it was. That's why I liked about this movie. It was a mystery, just a mystery. Like you're trying to piece things together with Batman. Like you're right beside him. He doesn't have a Robin in this movie because, like I said, he's only been doing this for 2 years, so he's young. So there's no Robin in this movie. Um, Alfred, played by Andy Serkis, he was pretty good. Alfred is in the movie. Um, he didn't have a huge role. He just talked here and there. I kind of wish he was more in the movie because Alfred is always been around there for Batman, always. So I kind of wish he was in there a little bit more, but I understand you got these million villains that you have to attend to. So I mean, hey, um, yeah. So he's trying to figure out what's going on throughout the movie. He's being pulled in each and every direction. I like how they uncovered, like, okay, I know in my Superman movie or movie review, I did not like how they turned the parents into Superman's actual parents into asses. I did not like that. But here they didn't turn them into jerks, but they brought them down to like real life stuff. Like I like how I like the twist on it. All of a sudden, his mom had mental issues and his dad wanted to cover that. And he did certain things. He had to talk to certain people to make sure things don't come to light. So, it kind of throws some dirt on the Wayne's name. So that I did actually like that. I did actually like that. I'm ready to see what else is in there. What else Matt Reeves is going to come up with. I feel like it ran just a little bit too long. Just cut it back a little bit. Certain things you kind of didn't really need. Just shave off a couple things. And I'm good with it. My ratings. I believe that this Batman movie is a real certified banger. I like it. I loved it. I'm ready to see it again. Um, this movie was good. I loved every bit of it. And I forgot to tell y'all, they had the greatest car chase scene of all time up in there. It was heart pounding. I was clenching my seat. I loved that scene. Watch it. Please just watch it, okay? Just watch that scene alone. I loved every bit of it. But yes, a certified seal of approval. I want y'all to go see it. Well, it's on streaming now, but get ready to see the second one when it comes out. Hey, burn it up on HBO Max. Please just watch it. It's not up there with Dark Knight. Dark Knight is probably is the best Batman movie of all time. Best Batman movie ever. Can this new Batman come out and change my mind? Maybe. We have to see. But Dark Knight is the best. I did like the Michael Keaton ones, but I mean, I thought they was just okay. When the Jack Nicholson one, that one was good. I'll have that in like my top 3. Well, I'll have that second. I'll have Dark Knight. What is it? The Batman, and then the Batman Patterson's is number 2. Yeah, he hit. This was a damn good movie. I enjoyed it. If I was to sit there and rate Batman's, like the actors that already came out, um I'll be respectful and put Michael Keaton as the best Batman, but I don't think he is. Um, I like Christian Bale's, but Ben Affleck played a really good one. But that was only in Batman versus Superman. The Batman and the Batman and Bruce Wayne that they had in the Justice League was, I did not like that. Did not like that at all. So that's why he kind of loses a spot. So I'll go Keaton, Bale, Affleck, Pattinson. And then when you go way down at the bottom, you put in George Clooney, and yeah, we're not gonna talk about that one. And then there's one more Batman. There's one more Batman. Val Kilmer. Yeah, Val Kilmer. We he was pretty good. He was all right. He was okay. But George Clooney is way down there, way down there. And we're gonna give a honorable mention to the guy who played Lego Batman. And who played Lego Batman? Cause he was good. Let's see. Let's see if I can find him. Will Arnett. Honorable mention to Will Arnett. Thank you for playing Lego Batman. Yeah, that was a great iteration of Batman. I loved it. Bright, y'all. I gave it a Rail certified seal of approval. Y'all go check it out. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. More movies is coming out. More movies is coming out. More reviews is coming out. I want to thank y'all for watching. And stay tuned to the next one, y'all. I am just the guy. And this is Rail on the Reels. Thank you. Peace out.